Hi all. I am still having trouble with Panopto, and I can get into Panopto, but I can't get my PowerPoint into Panopto that I can then talk through the PowerPoint. So what I'm doing today is filming this so that those of you who are having some trouble navigating through the course, finding things in the course, that this hopefully should help you do that. So I have three of the same class, three different sections, so I'm just using the OL1, which is the item number 1660, and I am on the home page. So the home page will tell you what you have to do. So you can see that I already have some grading to do on the home page. All right, now, modules. I've been talking about modules. I've tried to explain that, and I guess I didn't do such a great job with some of the messages that I've sent to you. So when I click on modules, so you see that this is the navigation site. So I'm going to click on modules, and you can see that there's a general information module that has the course information and the policies and the syllabi all in it, and you should read that over. Then there's the course overview, which will repeat some of this information. Let me open it real quickly, showing what we're doing on a weekly basis and what is normally due each week. Now let me make it clear that this first week is a little different because we started on Tuesday. So some of the dates are shifted slightly. Plus we have that additional pre-course knowledge self-assessment that is due this week. Okay, so anyway, there's that. Now I'm going to go back to modules. And I was working on, before the quarter started, some directions for different assignments that are due each week. So I have a couple more to work on, but I got busy with this, with meetings for the first week and getting more things that you need to absolutely have done right now. And at some point, there will be a PowerPoint right here that I talk while I click through the slides. So I'm looking forward to us having that available, but I have to make an appointment with the Canvas person, the Canvas support person, to be able to do this. All right, so some of you are confused about where the weekly assignment questions can be found. So I'm going to week 0 module. It's an extra credit module for because the quiz is extra credit. You're not going to have a lot more extra credit throughout the quarter. So if you want to do any extra credit, you need to do it now up front with these quizzes and the lab tutorial. I'll come back to that. So when I click on the notes, okay, so here, these are the notes for this quiz 0 for this week. And let's see if it's going to open very quickly. There it goes. Okay, so I'm going to go down about, oh, no, I went down too far. And go back up. Okay, so do you see this number 1 that's in parentheses and bolded? That is the first question for the weekly assignment 0. So blank and blank are subdisciplines of biology. So you can look up here and you can go, oh, ecology, genetics, molecular biology. All, you know, there are several different ones. It doesn't have to be something I've listed, but there are lots of different subdisciplines of biology. Then we go further down, and there's number 2. Blank is the usable form of energy for living organisms. That would be ATP. So the answer is above that. And then blank is one reason that some consider viruses to be living. That would come from that reading there. And you continue on, and there's question 4 and 5 and 6. Oh, there is no question 7. About 3 or 4 of you have noticed this. Thank you very much. I went back through and checked myself, and you are correct. I neglected to put question 7 in. So when you make your Word document with the questions and answers, number 7, just write no question or omit or just leave it blank. Nobody loses any points. It's my bad, so no problem for any of you, okay? Now, I do have in the same module with the note. Oh, wait, let me go back. Darn it. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not sure what that dot is. Is this going to show up? There we go. Okay, I'm going to scroll all the way down to the end of the notes. There we go. There's your study guide. Okay, so your weekly quizzes will be based on what is in the study guide. So you go back through the notes, any readings I've assigned that I've got something addressed in the study guide, that is what is on the quiz. Okay, so be sure and do that. Give yourself time to work on your study guide. Okay? And now I'm going to go back to modules. Oh, and you can download that document so you don't have to read it off of Canvas. I did have a video in here about what is life, and then I have the notes for quiz 1, and the notes, the weekly assignment, and the study guide for quiz 1 already here. And I've already started working on the notes and the weekly assignment and the study guide for quiz 3. It's just I don't have everything loaded into Canvas. It would be beautiful if I'd have gotten everything done, but it didn't happen. And you don't need to worry about what we're doing here for a little bit anyway. Okay, so now everyone should know where the modules are and what you find in the modules, including the weekly assignments for each week. And as I said, I'm having you do that so that you do that on Monday so that you're looking in the notes earlier in the week in anticipation of a quiz occurring on Friday. Now I'm going to go to assignments. And in the assignments, these are, in fact, for this week, Quiz 0 Part 1, 40 points of questions. I believe it'll be 40. Yeah. So anyway, these are your multiple choice multiple choice true false and fill in the blank questions with a couple of short answers. Then there'll be the part 2, which will be 1 or 2 or maybe 3 questions that you can answer when you have resources available to you. For the part 1, for here and the rest of the part 1s throughout the quarter, you are expected to take those as if you were in a class taking an exam. No notes, no note card, no book, no computer, nothing. You are supposed to study for that. In fact, that's why it's only 40 minutes long. 40 minutes is all you have. You need to have studied so you know, and you're just answering questions that at that time you know. Okay? I put your lab tutorial here. Now you can click on this, but that is not going to take you to the lab tutorial. I'll show you in a minute how you get there. But when you do click on it, you get some directions, what you should do, how you should go to Connect. And then on Tuesday, you should be able to complete the tutorial. This one, I am not having you set up as a discussion, and you're getting 5 points for doing this. What is the purpose, besides 5 bonus points? The purpose of this is to get you used to the virtual labs in Connect. So let's see if I just click on this. If we go right into Connect, oh, that's not where I want to be. So we're going to ignore that for a moment, okay? I have it over here, so we're just going to ignore that. I'm going to go back here. So apparently I did not put, I thought I had the correct source, but it looks like that was the sign-in, and that's not what we want. Okay, and for this, you will, at the end, you'll have the data in a table plus a graph, and that's what you, if you go print, and then I chose Microsoft Print to PDF, and I was able then to have a PDF that if I was a student, I'd be able to load. Oh, so sorry.
And even though this warning by the FBI does not include.
Okay. All right. Going back to assignments. They repeat. Well, there's this, you have a knowledge self-assessment. There are no right answers. There are no correct answers. This is just where you are now. It's a baseline. Now, some of you may know a lot about biology already, and that's fine. Then you're answering, you know, I believe the 5 is the highest number. That's fine. Great. But if you don't know anything, then it's going to be 0. Okay. Then you can see there are all the quizzes. Part 1, I have them separated from Part 2 for a reason, because I'm going to drop the lowest score. And that drop is independent of what gets dropped for the Part 2. But there's a corresponding Part 2, and again, I will be dropping the lowest score. There are the weekly assignments where you will turn them in. So you'll click on weekly assignment 0 and upload your document to that assignment. In fact, click on that, and when you do that, where is, maybe I don't get that, but you should have a place to submit it. So you be sure and submit it. Now my phone's ringing and my Buana is crawling up the couch. Okay. Weekly discussions. Those are in 2 parts. You do your initial post, and then you wait for classmates to put in their initial post, and you comment on those initial posts. Okay, I can answer more questions about that, and I will be dropping 2 of those, the 2 lowest scores. Then your laboratories. So that tutorial is not here because it's only worth 5 points. But this week's first lab, Lab 1, Scientific Process, I believe some of you have started working on that. So again, directions here, but the lab is in Connect. Not all of your labs will be in Connect. I will always tell you if that's where if you need to go to the Connect site and the virtual labs, well, I have the assignments for you to do those. Okay, but you won't find the actual Connect lab in assignments. Maybe there's a way to do that, but this is all new to me and I haven't learned about that. And then there are the extended labs. These are the ones where you will work more than 1 week on the lab. And one of the things that I was incorrect about, we will not be able to send lab kits internationally because we cannot send seeds and plants internationally. So you'll be in groups. And what will happen then is those of you who are out of the United States, you will be working with your group mates on this experiment, and they will be sharing pictures and setups and everything else with you. I know it will not be the full experience, and I apologize for that, but you should be able to get in deep enough with this lab to know what's going on, and that's the best I can do for you right now. And I apologize for that. Okay, so we went through modules and assignments, and basically that's where you're going to find what you need. You can click on grades and look at the grades you've got so far. You can look at the names of the other people in the class, and I may or may not figure out what I can do with conferences and collaborations and chat, but I'm just not there yet. There are several aspects of Canvas I know very well. I've been using them for years, and then there are parts of Canvas that are not as known to me, that I still am on a learning curve, or I just haven't been using them